Dear YouTube, what will happen with Charles Toe's Sin Factory? How will God ever punish Charles Toe more than he punished himself? I realize that Charles Toe is stripped off of his leverage, but why wasn't that true on November 18th, year 2001, when Charles Toe trespassed in the apartment and fell asleep in there? Isn't that chaos to all of creation? Who could allow that anyone from anywhere in the public could follow anyone home from anywhere in the public to anywhere that somebody might call home and just trespass because they fit through the same front doorway and decide to stay? You didn't want to address that chaos in heaven. You wanted to ask me if I would be mentally ill because you did that, and you wanted to tell everyone that I have diagnosis mental illness and I don't know what my problem is and I don't know where I live because I don't have a home in that scenario. And that means that God took my house already and he left me in alive. Yeah. Well, we didn't know whose house it was when I was in the house. When I'm on the outside of the house, that's how you treat me. Do you want the house or not? But I don't want it. You can have the house. I bet you can't fit all of your public into my house. Yeah, but that's what I think you can afford. I think you should pack them all in. Standing room only, all the public in my house. And you should stretch out all the walls to make everybody fit. I know it's deceased when I was in the house, but because it's my house and they don't know whose house it is and they don't know how they're in public, you need to pack the public into my house and make it 30 billion illegal alives, SHUNTSs, which means they're human beings, descendants of dong genital deceased, and the females of prior worlds to this one, prior offenses of superior founder, deceased worlds, illegal here with the penises wild. The penises are wild in this world, not paying for the sins of the dong genitals that are no longer allowed to be formed here while I'm here. And never again after what the debt the dong genitals left behind, which is the penis. Wild penis, wild whopenises, sex offenders galore, who belong in prisons but have no sense of sorry with their God. They don't have any presence of God in themselves when they're in the prisons. And then what are they doing in the public? You actually let them eat food, and you wouldn't feed them in the prisons. Why don't you have all the whopenises locked up in prisons, upstate? There's so many places upstate, and as in missing, somewhere in the upstate, and they're not crowding in the public and trying to mill around the food and clothes and act like they're fitting in the inside of the buildings and they don't belong inside because they break the walls. And you want the whopenises to just be very well behaved on money inside of the walls that are technically, because you could say it this way: the whopenis can make a fist, he can strike a wall and put his fist right in through the wall because he's that hard and strong, and he makes the wall crack and make a hole in the wall. Everybody knows the males can do that, and they don't belong on the inside because they can do that. Nobody has time for what you have to say with your wild mouth when your angry fist goes right through the wall and no female can afford you. You're due outside homeless and with no shoes. Yes, I am God, and I have no time for you.